In the heart of Lagos there lived a woman named Isabella. Her husband, Mr. Jackson, was a very successful businessman. People called him one of the wealthiest men in the city. They lived in a beautiful house with tall gates, marble floors, and everything money could buy. But in that house there was something more valuable than gold. There was love. Isabella and Jackson had been married for 7 years. They had a son named Liam. He was 3 years old, full of energy, full of joy. His laughter filled the house every morning. His little feet ran from room to room. He loved his mother deeply. He loved his father too. And they loved him more than anything in the world. Isabella was not the kind of woman who stayed home all day doing nothing. No, she loved to go out, to shop, to see the city, to feel alive. She was kind-hearted, but she was also strong. She did not like sitting still. One hot afternoon, Isabella decided to go to the mall. She needed to buy some things for the house. Clothes for Liam, shoes, maybe some toys. She dressed nicely, put on her sunglasses, and took Liam with her. "Liam, stay close to me," she said as they walked through the mall entrance. Liam nodded. "Yes, Mama." The mall was very busy that day. People were walking everywhere. Voices filled the air. Children ran past laughing. Music played softly from the speakers above. Isabella moved from shop to shop. She picked up clothes, checked prices, asked questions. Liam followed her closely at first. But soon, his little eyes began to wander. He saw bright lights. He saw colorful toys in a shop window. He saw a man selling balloons near the entrance. His small feet began to move. Step by step, he drifted away from his mother. He did not mean to. He just wanted to see. Isabella was holding a blue shirt in her hands, checking the size, when she suddenly felt something. A feeling. A mother's feeling. She turned around quickly. Liam was not there. Her eyes widened. Her breath stopped. "Liam?" she called softly. No answer. "Liam?" she called louder. Still nothing. Her heart began to beat fast. Very fast. She dropped the shirt and started walking quickly through the mall. Her eyes searched left, right, everywhere. "Liam, Liam, where are you?" People turned to look at her, but no one answered. She ran to the toy shop. Not there. She ran to the food court. Not there. She checked behind counters, behind displays, behind benches. Nothing. Her hands started shaking. Her voice cracked. "Please, has anyone seen a little boy? 3 years old, wearing a yellow shirt?" Some people shook their heads. Some looked concerned. But no one had seen him. Isabella's chest tightened. Tears filled her eyes. She ran toward the mall exit, her breath coming fast, her mind full of fear. "Oh God, please. Please let him be safe." She pushed the glass doors open and stepped outside into the heat. The sun was bright. The parking lot was wide. Cars were parked everywhere. She looked around desperately, her phone already in her hand. She was about to call Jackson when something caught her eye. Far away, near the edge of the parking lot, under a large tree, she saw him, Liam. He was sitting on the ground. And beside him was a young girl. A girl with torn clothes, messy hair, bare feet. She was holding Liam's hand gently. In her other hand, she held a lollipop. Liam was licking it slowly, his little face calm. The girl was looking around carefully, as if searching for someone. Isabella's legs moved before her mind could catch up. She ran toward them. Her heels clicked loudly on the pavement. Her heart pounded in her chest. "Liam!" Liam looked up. His face brightened. "Mama!" Isabella dropped to her knees and pulled him into her arms. She held him so tightly. Her whole body shook. Tears poured down her face. "Oh, my baby. My baby. I thought I lost you." Liam hugged her back. "I'm okay, Mama. The girl helped me." Isabella pulled back slowly. She wiped her tears and looked at the girl. The girl stood quietly, her hands now folded in front of her. Her eyes were soft, but careful. She did not smile. She just watched. Isabella's voice was gentle, but full of emotion. Thank you. Thank you so much. The girl nodded slightly. I found him crying near the road. I brought him here so he would be safe. Isabella blinked. Her heart felt heavy. What is your name? Ava, the girl said quietly. Ava, Isabella repeated softly. She looked at the girl's clothes. They were old, torn at the edges. Her feet were dirty. Her face was thin. Where are your parents, Ava? Where is your family? Ava's eyes dropped to the ground. She shook her head slowly. I don't have any. Isabella's breath caught in her throat. What do you mean? Ava spoke quietly, her voice steady but sad. I have no home. I sleep in an old shop that nobody uses anymore. Every morning I go to the market. I help people carry bags. Sometimes they give me money. Sometimes they give me food. Isabella felt something break inside her chest. This little girl, this brave, kind little girl had nothing. Yet she stopped to help a stranger's child. Liam tugged at his mother's sleeve. Mama, she gave me candy. She said, don't cry. Isabella looked at Ava again. Ava did not ask for anything. She did not beg. She just stood there quietly, like she was ready to leave. How old are you, Ava? Isabella asked. 8 years old, Ava replied. Just 8 years old. And already living like this. Isabella stood up slowly. She took Ava's hand gently. Ava flinched a little, surprised. But Isabella held it softly. Come with me, Isabella said. Ava blinked. Where? To my home, Isabella said. Her voice was firm, but kind. You saved my son. You protected him when you did not have to. You have a good heart, Ava. A very good heart. Please come with me. I will take care of you. You will have food, a bed, a safe place. You will not sleep on the streets anymore. Ava's eyes widened. Her lips trembled a little. You want me to come with you? Isabella nodded. Yes, I want you to be a part of our family. For a moment, Ava did not move. She just stared at Isabella, as if she could not believe what she was hearing. Then slowly, tears began to form in her eyes. She nodded. Yes, she whispered. Yes, I will come. Isabella smiled through her own tears. She held Liam's hand in one hand and Ava's hand in the other. Together they walked toward the car. Liam looked up at Ava and smiled. Are you coming to our house? Ava nodded, still not fully believing it. Liam grinned. Good, you can play with my toys. Isabella opened the car door and helped both children inside. She placed the shopping bags in the trunk, then sat in the driver's seat. As she started the car, she looked at Ava through the rearview mirror. Ava was sitting quietly, her hands folded in her lap, her eyes looking out the window. But there was something different in her face now. Something soft. Something like hope. Isabella whispered to herself, Thank you, God. Thank you for bringing her to us. She drove home slowly, her heart full. And all the while, Ava sat in the back seat, silent, still trying to understand that her life had just changed forever. When they arrived at the house, the gate opened automatically. Ava's eyes grew wide. She had never seen a house like this before. The walls were tall. The garden was green. Flowers grew everywhere. The driveway was smooth and clean. Isabella parked the car and stepped out. She opened the door for the children. Liam jumped out quickly and ran toward the front door. Papa! Papa! We're home. Ava stepped out slowly. She looked around carefully, her bare feet touching the smooth driveway. Everything felt strange. Everything felt too big. Isabella placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. Don't be afraid. This is your home now. Ava nodded, but her eyes were still wide with wonder. The front door opened. A tall man stepped out. He was wearing a simple shirt and trousers. His face was strong, but kind. This was Jackson. He smiled when he saw Liam running toward him. "There's my boy," Jackson said, bending down to lift Liam into his arms. Liam laughed. "Papa, I got lost in the mall. But a girl found me. Her name is Ava." Jackson's smile faded a little. He looked at Isabella, confused. "Lost?" Isabella walked toward him, holding Ava's hand. "I'll explain everything. But first, meet Ava." Jackson looked down at the little girl. He saw her torn clothes, her dirty feet, her thin arms. His expression softened. "Hello, Ava," he said gently. Ava lowered her eyes. "Hello, sir." Isabella spoke quietly. "She saved Liam. She found him crying and kept him safe. She has no family, Jackson. No home. I asked her to come with us." Jackson was silent for a moment. He looked at Ava, then at Isabella. Then he nodded slowly. "You did the right thing," he said. Relief filled Isabella's face. She squeezed Ava's hand gently. "Come inside, Ava. Let me show you your room." Ava blinked. My room?" Isabella smiled. "Yes, your room." They walked inside together. The house was beautiful. The floors were shiny. The walls were decorated with paintings. Soft lights hung from the ceiling. Ava had never been inside a place like this before. She felt like she was dreaming. Isabella led her upstairs. Jackson followed behind, still holding Liam. They reached a door at the end of the hallway. Isabella opened it. Inside was a small room. It had a bed with clean white sheets. A wooden wardrobe stood in the corner. A desk sat near the window. The curtains were light blue. Everything was simple, but clean and warm. "This will be your room," Isabella said softly. Ava stepped inside slowly. She touched the bed gently, as if it might disappear. "This is for me." "Yes," Isabella said. "All for you." Ava's eyes filled with tears. She turned to Isabella and whispered, "Thank you." Isabella knelt down and pulled her into a gentle hug. "You are safe now. You are home." Liam tugged at his father's shirt. "Papa, can Ava play with me?" Jackson smiled. "Let her rest first, Liam. She has had a long day." Isabella stood up and looked at Ava. "There is a bathroom next door. You can take a bath. I will bring you some clean clothes." Ava nodded. She did not know what to say. She just felt warm inside. Warm in a way she had not felt in a very long time. That evening, after Ava had bathed and changed into clean clothes, the family sat together for dinner. The table was full of food. Rice, chicken, vegetables, bread. Ava stared at it all, her stomach tightening with hunger. "Sit down, Ava," Jackson said kindly. "Eat as much as you want." Ava sat down slowly. She picked up a spoon carefully. Her hands shook a little. She had not eaten a proper meal in so long. Isabella watched her with soft eyes. "It's okay, Ava. Take your time." Ava took a small bite. Then another. Then another. The food was warm. It was good. Her eyes became wet again, but she did not cry. She just ate quietly, grateful. Liam sat beside her, talking cheerfully. "Ava, tomorrow we can play in the garden. I have a ball. Do you like to play ball?" Ava nodded. "Yes, I like to play." Liam grinned. "Good, we will play every day." Jackson looked at Isabella across the table. She looked back at him. They did not need to say anything. They both knew. This was right. This was what they were supposed to do. After dinner, Isabella took Ava back to her room. She tucked her into bed gently. "If you need anything, just call me," Isabella said. "I will be right down the hall." Ava looked up at her. "Why are you doing this for me?" Isabella paused. She sat on the edge of the bed. "Because you have a good heart, Ava. You helped my son when no one else did. You deserve kindness, too." Ava's voice was small. "But I am nobody." Isabella shook her head. "No, you are somebody. You are Ava, and from now on you are part of this family. Ava's lips trembled. She nodded slowly. Isabella leaned down and kissed her forehead. "Good night, Ava." "Good night," Ava whispered. Isabella turned off the light and closed the door gently. Ava lay in the soft bed, staring at the ceiling. For the first time in years, she felt safe. She closed her eyes, and for the first time in a long time, she slept without fear. The next morning, sunlight poured through the window. Ava woke up slowly. For a moment she forgot where she was. Then she remembered. The house. The family. The bed. She sat up quickly. Her heart beat fast. Was it real? Or had she dreamed it all? There was a soft knock on the door. "Ava, are you awake?" It was Isabella's voice. "Yes," Ava said quietly. The door opened. Isabella stepped inside with a warm smile. "Good morning. Did you sleep well?" Ava nodded. "Yes, very well." "Good. Come downstairs. Breakfast is ready." Ava followed her down to the dining room. Jackson was already there, reading a newspaper. Liam was sitting at the table, swinging his legs happily. "Ava," Liam called. "Sit next to me." Ava sat down. Isabella placed a plate in front of her. Eggs, toast, and fruit. Ava looked at it, then looked up at Isabella. "Thank you," she said softly. Isabella smiled. "You are welcome." They ate together. The room was filled with warmth. Liam talked nonstop, telling Ava about his toys, his favorite games, his favorite cartoons. Ava listened quietly, a small smile on her face. After breakfast, Jackson put down his newspaper and looked at Ava. "Ava, do you go to school?" Ava shook her head. "No, sir. I never went to school." Jackson nodded slowly. "Would you like to go to school?" Ava's eyes widened. "School?" "Yes," Jackson said. "We can enroll you. You can learn to read, to write, to do many things." Ava did not know what to say. She had always wanted to go to school. She had seen other children with their uniforms, their books, their backpacks. But she never thought it could happen to her. "Yes," she whispered. "I would like that." Jackson smiled. "Good, we will arrange it." Isabella reached over and held Ava's hand. "You will go to the same school as Liam. You will have uniforms, books, everything you need." Ava's heart felt full. She nodded, unable to speak. Over the next few days, Isabella took Ava shopping. They bought uniforms, shoes, socks, books, pens, and a backpack. Ava held each item carefully, like it was made of gold. She could not believe it was all hers. One afternoon while they were shopping, Ava suddenly stopped walking. Isabella turned around and saw tears streaming down Ava's face. "Ava, what's wrong?" Isabella asked, concerned. Ava looked down at the shopping bags in her hands. Her voice shook. I never thought anyone would care about me like this." Isabella knelt down right there in the middle of the store. She did not care who was watching. She held Ava's face gently in her hands. "Listen to me, Ava. You are not alone anymore. You will never be alone again. Do you understand?" Ava nodded, tears still flowing. "Say it," Isabella said softly. "Say you are not alone." Ava's voice was barely a whisper. "I am not alone." Isabella pulled her close. "That's right. You are loved. You are wanted. You are ours." People walking by smiled at them. Some had tears in their own eyes. It was a beautiful moment. A moment of pure love. When they returned home, Jackson was in his study working. Isabella knocked gently and entered with Ava. "Jackson, can we talk to you for a moment?" Jackson looked up and smiled. "Of course. Come in." They sat down. Ava held her new backpack tightly on her lap. Jackson leaned forward. "Ava, I want to tell you something. Before you came to this house, I thought I knew what it meant to be blessed. I have money, a good business, a beautiful home. But you taught me something important." Ava looked at him with wide eyes. "You taught me that real wealth is not in what we have. It is in what we give. You gave my son protection when you had nothing to give. That is true richness. Ava's eyes filled with tears again. Jackson continued. I want you to know that you are not here because we pity you. You are here because we need you. You make this family complete. Isabella nodded. He is right, Ava. You bring something to this house that was missing. Joy, pure, honest joy. Ava wiped her tears. I will work hard. I will make you proud. Jackson smiled. You already make us proud. On the first day of school, Ava woke up early. She dressed in her new uniform slowly, looking at herself in the mirror. She looked different. She looked like the other children now. Isabella helped her tie her hair. You look beautiful, Ava. Ava smiled shyly. Thank you. They went downstairs together. Liam was already dressed, bouncing with excitement. Ava, we're going to school together, he said happily. Jackson drove them to school. When they arrived, Ava looked at the building. It was big. There were children everywhere, laughing, running, talking. Ava felt nervous. Isabella bent down and looked into her eyes. You will be fine. Just be yourself. You are smart. You are kind. You will do well. Ava nodded. She took a deep breath and walked toward the entrance with Liam. At first, school was difficult. Ava did not know how to read. She did not know how to write. The other children were ahead of her. But Ava did not give up. She listened carefully. She asked questions. She practiced every night. One day, about 2 weeks into school, Ava came home crying. Isabella was in the kitchen when she heard the front door open. She came out quickly. Ava, what happened? Ava dropped her backpack and ran into Isabella's arms, sobbing. They laughed at me, Mama. The other children. They said I am stupid because I cannot read like them. Isabella's heart broke. She held Ava tightly, letting her cry. It's okay. Let it all out. After a few minutes, Ava's crying slowed. Isabella pulled back and wiped her tears. Look at me, Ava. Ava looked up with red eyes. Those children do not know your story. They do not know how brave you are. They have been in school for years. You have been in school for 2 weeks. You cannot compare yourself to them. But I feel so behind, Ava whispered. You are not behind, Isabella said firmly. You are exactly where you need to be. And you know what? In a few months, you will surprise everyone. You will see. Ava sniffled. You think so? I know so, Isabella said with a warm smile. That evening, Isabella sat with Ava at the dining table. They worked together on reading and writing. Jackson joined them, helping with numbers and math. Even Liam sat nearby, coloring quietly, keeping Ava company. It became a routine. Every evening, the family gathered around the table. They worked together, laughed together, learned together. And slowly, Ava began to improve. She could read simple sentences. She could write her name. She could solve math problems. Her teachers were impressed. One afternoon, Ava's teacher, Mrs. Olivia, called Isabella. Mrs. Isabella, I wanted to tell you something, the teacher said. Ava is doing very well. She works harder than any child I have seen. She has a bright future ahead of her. Isabella's heart swelled with pride. Thank you for telling me. I am very proud of her. When Ava came home that day, Isabella hugged her tightly. Your teacher called me. She said you are doing wonderfully. Ava's face lit up. Really? Yes, really. I am so proud of you, Ava. Ava smiled. A real full smile. Thank you, Mama. Isabella froze. Her eyes became wet. What did you call me? Ava's smile faded a little. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. No, Isabella said quickly, kneeling down. Say it again. Ava looked at her carefully. Mama? Isabella pulled her into a tight hug. Tears streamed down her face. Yes, I am your mama now. Ava hugged her back, her own tears falling silently. From that day on, Ava called Isabella Mama. And Isabella loved it every single time. Liam began calling her sister. And Jackson, with his quiet but strong love, became the father Ava never had. One Saturday morning, Jackson decided to take the whole family on a special trip. He woke everyone up early. "Get dressed, everyone. We are going somewhere special today." Liam jumped up and down. "Where, Papa? Where?" Jackson smiled. "You will see." They drove for about an hour, then pulled up to a large building. Above the entrance, a sign read, "Children's Hope Orphanage." Ava's eyes widened. Her hands started to shake. Jackson parked the car and turned around. "Ava, I know this might be difficult for you, but I want to show you something important." They all got out of the car. Jackson led them inside. The director of the orphanage, a kind woman named Mrs. Grace, greeted them warmly. "Mr. Jackson, welcome. Everything is ready as you requested." Jackson nodded. "Thank you." They walked through the orphanage. Children were playing, laughing, learning. It looked nothing like the place Ava had run away from. This place was clean, safe, full of love. Mrs. Grace explained, "We care for 70 children here. We give them food, education, and most importantly, hope." Jackson turned to Ava. "Ava, I know you suffered in a place like this. But not all orphanages are the same. Some are good. Some truly care." Ava nodded slowly, watching the children play. Jackson continued. "I have been thinking about your story. About the matron who hurt you and those other children. I reported her to the authorities. She has been arrested." Ava's eyes widened. "Really?" "Yes," Jackson said. "And the children from that place have been moved to safe homes. No child should suffer the way you did." Tears filled Ava's eyes. But these were different tears. Tears of relief. Jackson then said something that surprised everyone. "I have decided to support this orphanage. I will provide funding to help more children. Children like you, Ava. Children who need hope." Isabella smiled and squeezed his hand. Mrs. Grace spoke. "Mr. Jackson, your generosity will change many lives." Jackson shook his head. "No, it was Ava who changed my life. I am just passing it forward." Before they left, Ava asked if she could speak to the children. Mrs. Grace smiled and gathered them in the common room. Ava stood in front of them, nervous at first. Then she spoke. "My name is Ava. A few months ago I was homeless. I had no family. I slept in an abandoned shop. I was hungry every day. I thought no one cared about me." The children listened quietly. "But one day, I helped a little boy who was lost. And his mother saw me. She did not walk away. She took me home. She gave me a family. She gave me love." Ava's voice grew stronger. "I want you to know something. You are not forgotten. You are not worthless. You matter. And one day, someone will see you. Someone will care. Do not give up hope." Some of the children began to cry. Some smiled. Some clapped. As they left the orphanage, Ava felt something lift from her heart. A heavy weight she had carried for so long. She was healing. Truly healing. Life became beautiful. The house that once felt like just a place now felt like a home. Ava no longer walked with her head down. She smiled. She laughed. She played. She learned. Months passed. Then a year. Ava continued to grow, not just in knowledge, but in confidence. She was no longer the scared little girl who had nothing. She was strong. She was loved. One evening, as the family sat together in the living room, Jackson spoke. "Isabella, I think it is time." Isabella looked at him. "Time for what?" "To make it official," Jackson said. "To adopt Ava legally. To make her our daughter in every way." Ava, who was sitting on the floor with Liam, looked up. Her eyes widened. Isabella's face softened. She looked at Ava. "Ava, would you like that?" Would you like to become our daughter officially? Eva's lips trembled. You want to adopt me? Jackson nodded. Yes, we want you to be part of this family. Not just in heart, but in name. Eva could not hold it anymore. Tears poured down her face. She nodded quickly. Yes, yes, please. Isabella and Jackson both smiled. Liam clapped his hands. Yay! Eva is my real sister now. Eva laughed through her tears. A few weeks later, they went to the government office. Papers were signed. Questions were asked. And finally, the woman at the desk smiled. Congratulations. Eva is now legally your daughter. Isabella held Ava's hand tightly. Jackson stood beside them, his hand on Ava's shoulder. Liam held Ava's other hand. They walked out of the office together as a complete family. That night, they celebrated. There was cake, music, and laughter. Ava felt like her heart might burst with happiness. Before bed, Ava went to Jackson and Isabella. Thank you, she said quietly. Thank you for choosing me. Jackson knelt down. No, Ava, thank you. You taught us something important. You taught us that kindness is the greatest gift. You gave that to Liam, and now you have given it to all of us. Isabella nodded. You are not just our daughter, Ava. You are a blessing. Ava hugged them both tightly. And in that moment, she knew. She was no longer alone. She was loved. She was home. So tell me, what did you learn from this story? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to read from you. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends so others can also learn from it. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.